Hey mommies, directions is a little different this time around, and I kind of wanted to reflect on what's been going on in this world today and how that applies to us as mothers, and just share some thoughts and some feelings. Before I continue anything on, I just feel like it was necessary. But also before I said anything, I wanted to make sure that my heart was in a place where I could speak. Because since I found out about the news, I'm not even gonna lie, like, I've just been in this up and down fight. Like, I'm just trying to find courage, trying to be able to say and speak how I feel. And man, it's just been very draining, if I could put it into a word. I've been numb, tired, and quite frankly disappointed. There's a lot of things I can say and bounce back and forth, but most importantly, I just wanted to speak to about two different things. Before I speak to mommies, I want to speak to our motherhood influencers, people on social media, YouTube, and all these different things that are leaders, that are YouTube leaders, Instagram leaders, social media influencers. For me as a mom, and just even having this platform, I knew once it happened that I had to speak out. It's obvious as day and night that I'm Black. That's a fact. But more than anything, I just felt like this kind of situation speaks more to us about where we are as mothers. For me, it was very disappointing to see how many different social media platforms that I follow and that I really look up to and feel so inspired about, that was so silent about something so serious. And to you motherhood influencers, I just have a question for you. What if your silence spoke louder than your voice? Now I'm saying this because more than anything, you have a platform. You have a platform that speaks to thousands of people upon thousands of people liking your pictures, posting whatever, tagging just to get on your page, all this kinds of stuff. And the one moment where people are, honestly, mothers are hurting. If I felt like that, imagine a mother who has a son, a Black son. Mothers are hurting. So right now, yeah, you can post what you regularly post, but also mothers are looking for a word. Mothers are looking for someone to hear where they are, see where they are, and to be able to speak life into them in such a time as this. And you feel like being silent was the best way to go about it. And just for me, I'm just like, you know what? Shama, don't assume. But I realized that even pages that I'm very active on, I seen that you were actively on, especially on that Blackout Tuesday, actively on IG, actively on YouTube, but you didn't post on your feed, you didn't post on your story. And it's just like, you literally avoided the whole thing. For what? For followers? For someone to get mad? Or maybe it's just that you just don't believe in what's going on. But I would much rather you say that than to still portray to be an influencer. You're leading people. So what are you leading people to? Like, I just don't understand. You're posting, you're liking, you're doing all that. All that is great. But when it comes to times like this, being an influencer and being a leader has nothing to do about you being comfortable. These are the most important times when you have to open your mouth and say something. And when you're silent, it speaks more volumes than it does of you opening your mouth to say, hey, I'm this, I'm that. Or, hey, I'm here for it, I'm here, I'm not here for it. But the most important thing about it is, I just want you to reflect on the fact of what is it that you're leading people to, and what if your silence spoke louder than your actual voice. And for all you mothers out there that's discouraged, and I know I have been, I know I'm tired, I know I'm weary, I know I have to keep pushing it because that's the only way we're gonna be able to win this thing. But for all you mothers out there, I just advise you to do what you already knew to do from the start. Love those kids, and most importantly, love those kids enough so that when they grow up and they leave your home, they know how to love the world. Especially love them the way that you want them to love the world, the way that you want them to display love to the world, because clearly the world doesn't know how to display it back sometimes. Mommies, don't be discouraged in a time as this. I know for me, I had my breakdowns when I had my first child, about like when I first heard of the news about the mass shootings, especially the one at the church. It broke me down, and I questioned as a mother, like, if I knew that this was what the world was coming to, would I really sit down and have children? Would I really have sat down and decided this is the world that I wanted to bring my kids in? But later on, God just ignited a fire in me and to make me realize that that's why I gave those children to you. So that you can teach them and raise them to be the children and the people that you want them to be of this world. This is when mothers come into play. If you watched that video or heard of the story and it didn't do something to you as a mother, or force you or ignite a fire in you to do something different, I don't know what will do it for you. Whether he was white, black, green, purple, blue, whatever the case may be, if it did not do something to you, we are the only human beings on this world that can bring life into this world. So what if somebody did that to your child? What if that was your child under that man's knee? What would it have done to you? So influencers, let's do better. Let's do better. Let's lead people the way that they should go, not the way that you feel like they should go. And mothers, stay encouraged, be encouraged, continue to love. If you don't know, there's different resources out there that can help you communicate racism, colorism, disjustices, everything to your child. And figure out a way to communicate that. Ask God to open your heart to figure out a way how you can communicate that to your children. But let's not stay silent, because sometimes our silence speaks louder than our voices. Have a great day.